22nd, 2015. Undead from Cleveland. You're listening to Video Game News Radio with your host, Kevin Baird.
Don Anderson.
And Larry Mack.
Okay, so Brian's not here this week because it's been about a month and he calls off once a month now. I'm sure he's playing boring-ass Fallout 4, which I keep playing it, but it's pretty boring. I don't know. I don't know what else to say about that. I don't want to ruin it for anybody. There's people that like that game. But I'll tell you what, if you played Fallout 3, it's just like Fallout 3 with slightly better graphics. I mean, the game engine just feels exactly the same. It's not just because it's still in the Fallout universe. It just feels like it's the same game engine. Like, you're just fighting, like, the fighting and everything in it just feels exactly the same. And, you're jumping, and you know what it is? It feels wooden. It all feels like wooden to me. And I don't know, maybe it's just because, I played through Witcher 3, and then I played through Skyrim. Now I'm on the Fallout, and I'm tired of digging through inventory lists. Because, I'll tell you what, like, Bethesda, with their Fallout and their Elder Scrolls games, like, they have this thing where you find all sorts of loot, and all of the loot is useful. Everything you find, from the dumbest thing, it can be either sold or you can craft something with it. So everything you find is useful and necessary, and there's an abundance of it, although very rare. Everything is rare, so you start collecting everything you find. You're just like, okay, I'll take this piece of grass, I'll take that, I'll take this mushroom over here, oh, there's a fly's eyeball, I'll take that, and you keep everything until it says you have too much stuff, you can no longer run. And then the game allows you to walk really slow, and you cannot fast travel. So it becomes like this annoying thing where you've like gathered up all this stuff and you have a choice. You can either crawl back to your camp to unload it all, which could take like literally hours of your day. Like, you could just be like, all right, I'm going to put on the walk, and I'm looking on the global map, and it's going to take me about an hour and a half to get to where my camp is. Or you have to, like, just go through your inventory. Like, you're going through, like, some weird, like you're moving or something, and you're deciding what you're going to throw out and what you're going to keep. List of shit. And you're like, I want to keep this, I want to get rid of that. And then you get to the bottom of the list, and you still haven't made enough space because you still got too much weight. So you got to start over at the top and go, maybe I'll get rid of this, and I'll hang on to that. And it just gets to be this, like you're doing that all the time because you're constantly, like, gathering stuff up, grabbing stuff, and then the game goes, you got too much shit. Gonna walk slow again. So about 50% of the time, I'm in the inventory screen, just fucking around, trying to find some balance of things that I need. And the other 50% of the time, you're on some bullshit FedEx quest that has nothing to do with anything that you're doing, because you run into somebody that you think you may be getting some piece of information from them about your primary mission, which you're looking for your son. It's not a spoiler because it's the very first thing that happens in the game, is you're looking for your infant son. And so, of course, that person's just like, well, you got to help me bust out this guy. He's being held by these gangsters, And so you go through like this life or death struggle, that would never happen in real life, of course. I know it's a video game, but you're going through this whole maze of shit. You must have killed 200 fucking guys, right? To fucking get all the way done so that that person could just like hand you like a scrap of paper or something, and it'll be like, well, go talk to Phil over at Krusty Station, and he'll help you. And, this is true. I'm playing Fallout 4. It's really early in the game. I get to Diamond City, and they say to me, well, this lady who could see things told me that I could find my son at Diamond City. So I get to Diamond City. I go to this, like, the first thing that's there is like a bar, and this woman goes, you need to go talk to Phil at the wall, or whatever his name was. And I'm like, I don't know what that means, okay? But I eventually find this guy. He's painting a wall against the back. It's like the whole city's inside a stadium, so it's like a ball field. He's painting the big green monster. They call it the big green guardian in the game. And so I meet the guy, right? And he says, he's like, I need you to, if you want to help, I need you to go to this place where these gangsters are or whatever, and get me a can of green paint. And I'm thinking to myself, all right, I'm going to go do this, and this guy's going to then tell me something about my kid. So I go on this effing mission, right? I blow away like 30 people or something in order to get a stupid green can of paint. And there was a paint mixer, too. So I also used yellow and blue paint and made some green paint because I could, and I figured some shit's going to come up, and that's going to be important. So I took the green paint, okay, and I go back to Diamond City after going through my inventory trees, you know, to unload shit because the paint weighs 5 pounds for each can. And I go back to the green wall. I give him the paint. He tells me, why don't you go ahead and paint the first stroke? So I go to the wall and I paint the wall because it gives me the option to do that. And he goes, well, that's a mighty fine color of green paint. Thanks for picking up that green paint for me. And then he tells me fucking nothing else. He tells me nothing about my kid, where to go, nothing. And I said, okay, I'm going to talk to him again. And there's nothing. He doesn't talk. And I'm like, this is fucking dumb. Why did I do that? I just ended people's lives for this can of green paint. Like that's Fallout 4 in a nutshell. Like, if you want to do dumb quests, deal with, like, big, long inventory lists of shit, and deal with a bunch of whining people back in your camp because, you know, you're building, like, this village, and you're in charge of, like, I don't know, putting everything together, and nobody else there can do anything worthwhile. It's great. It's a great game. I'm hoping it gets better. I'm hoping suddenly the game turns a page, and I don't know. I have no idea. I don't know what else I can do. It's just, it's just, I understand why Karate Dogs just immediately stopped playing it. I get it now. But I know people are going to be really mad that I've said all this, but I'm sorry. It's just what I've taken away from it.
Great.
Tell me about the green paint can quest.
Yeah.
Why that was important to my mission in the game.
There's somebody out there right now going, yes, I know exactly what you're talking about.
I mean, because somebody's going to be like, oh, yeah, but you can modify weapons, and you can go out and shit, and you can find... I mean, you spend so much time just walking around grabbing duct tape. You're just like, ooh, duct tape. Duct tape. Here's a hammer. I can make steel out of that, some wood. Now I can build a toilet. It's not thrilling. It's really not. It lacks the pieces to make it exciting. I think that's the main problem. Nothing I'm doing really feels like I'm accomplishing anything other than, like, I just arrived in this world and, like, I'm building a town for everyone, and I don't know. Like, I don't know. I'm not gonna keep going. Let's do our top 20 drinking game. Way behind. Sorry. I'm sorry, all you people that like Fallout 4. I'm done. Okay.
Had a great one.
I'll talk about it next week or something. See if it got any better. Number 20, Madden NFL 16 for the Xbox One. It's a game. Number 19 is the Xbox One 1 terabyte console, Fallout 4 bundle. Drink. It's a drinker. Drinking anything this week, Larry? Do you have a drink of choice?
Very pedestrian this week. We're going with the Bud Light. Because I have cases of the stuff that I need to go through.
Don't have any more Christmas ale in the fridge?
I did finally finish off the Christmas ale.
It's not even Christmas yet.
I think I had some from last Christmas in there somewhere.
Extra strong. Number 18, NFL 16 for the PlayStation 4. Number 17, Call of Duty Black Ops 3 for the Xbox 360. Oddly has only 2 stars out of 5. Because nobody likes the Black Ops 3. Number 16, Star Wars Battlefront Deluxe Edition for the PlayStation 4. That only has 2.5 stars, which is terrible. And it's $70. I know people have been talking about how there's like these stats that came out where the PlayStation Battlefront, the number of people playing it is higher than like the PC people and the Xbox One people combined. Which if you just said Xbox people, I would totally believe that because the PlayStation seems to sell it 2-to-1. But against the PC, that seems a bit unusual. It seems like an unusual amount of PlayStation owners playing the Battlefront Star Wars. I mean, I don't know. Is there a correlation between Star Wars and PlayStation? Are they somehow in cahoots? I don't know. Number 15, Star Wars Battlefront Standard Edition for the PlayStation 4. Number 14, Star Wars Battlefront Deluxe Edition for the Xbox One.
Why not?
Number 13, Xbox One 500GB console Gears of War Edition. Drink, not a game.
Wait, that's not a game?
No, it's the console.
Oh.
It does come with Gears of War, but it's a code.
Gotcha. Okay.
Number 12, Halo 5 Guardians. Number 11, Pokemon Super Mystery Dungeon for the 3DS. It is a game. It's unusual for us to have anything Pokemon on this list. It's not some plastic toy, but that is actually. Number 10, Call of Duty Black Ops 3 for the PlayStation 4. Number 9, Super Mario Maker for the Nintendo Wii U. Number 8, PlayStation 4 1 terabyte console, Call of Duty Edition. Not a game. Drink. Number 7, PlayStation 4 500GB console, Star Wars Edition. Not a game. Drink. Number 6, Chibi Robo Amiibo.
Not a game.
Not a game. I'm not even sure what that is. Oh, it's a robot. It looks like it's holding like a plug above its head. It's weird.
Like a butt plug.
Yeah. Number 5, Star Wars Battlefront Standard Edition for the Xbox One. Number 4, Fallout 4 for the Xbox One. Number 3, Fallout 4 for the PlayStation 4. Number 2, Call of Duty Black Ops 3 Standard Edition for the Xbox One. Don't ask me. You guys are the ones buying the games. Don't know why that's number 2 all of a sudden. And number 1 is Disney Infinity 3.0 Inside Out Toy Bundle. Toy is the key word here.
Not a game.
Not a game.
Glug.
Kids are getting the toys. Just wait, Christmas. With Christmas coming, we're going to find out what more kids asked for. Plastic toys or video games.
Right.
I tell you, if you go over to your friend's house and he's got the Amiibo and you're a kid, you should punch him in the back of the head. You should be like, that's not cool. Play some video games.
Yeah.
Play some Battlefront, some Fallout, some Call of Duty. But look, I've got the Amiibo Pogo logo, and I can put it here, and it unlocks this extra map. Bam! Punch him in the head. Tell him you're not coming over anymore. Make fun of him on the school bus. Do whatever you got to do. Bully him. Bully him. Just don't make sure he doesn't become like Columbine or anything. But you know.
I'll teach you fuckers to make fun of my Amiibo.
Yeah. I'll be in court. Did you tell kids to bully him over the Amiibo?
Tell him to punch him in the back of the head.
Your Honor, I said only if he has the Amiibo.
Right.
Yeah, Skylanders is okay. No, it's not.
No, it's not. Punch those friends too.
Stop.
Punch them in the front of the head.
Yeah.
Now, I can understand if you're buying the Amiibo because those things are actually pretty big. They're like the size of a controller. They're much bigger than I thought they were. And you just want, like, because you're, like, into video games, so you just want, like, a bunch of, like, Super Mario dudes, like, on your shelf? Cool. Or on your desk at work? Great. But if you're actually playing that game where you're putting that thing on the controller and stuff, whew, I don't know. I haven't played the game. Maybe it's... You know what? It's probably better than Fallout 4. Probably better than Fallout 4. Any one of them are, probably. Certainly more popular, since it
Mhm.
was #1 on the list this week. Okay. Got through that. So let's catch up with you guys. Don, how was your week this week?
It was all right. What was that? I found out. I found out the reason why Grand Theft Auto wasn't working, Grand Theft Auto 5, and I guess it turns out it's because my disc is bad.
Put
I
peanut
call-
butter on it?
Huh?
You put peanut butter on it?
I wiped the peanut butter off of it. I put it back in the box. I took it over to Curtis's house. I was like, hey, dude, do me a favor. I'll let you hold on to mine just in case. Let me borrow your Grand Theft Auto 5. He was like, all right. So he gave me his. I brought it home. I put it in, and it works. Now, I don't know if I'd mentioned this before, but my old one, the story mode works. But when you went to go online, it would freeze up, or it wouldn't even load. So there's no point in playing if you can't get online, you know. So that's why I switched them up. Now I realize it's not my system.
What's wrong with the disc? Is it dirty? Did
I
you
don't know.
buy it used?
No, I bought it.
On there?
I bought it. Well, that's the thing. I bought it brand new when it came out, whatever, fucking 3 years ago, 4 years ago. You know, 3 years ago, something like that.
Which one of your friends switched discs with their broken one at home?
No, nobody else has it. They're all fucking idiots. Not
Okay. So it's a perfect disc. It just stopped working all of a sudden by itself.
Well, no, it was eventual. It was an eventual decline. It had been happening for a while. I haven't been playing it. I haven't been playing it for a long time because it would freeze up. I'd be like, it would load up, and I would
Was
get
it
it.
not in the case and it just got scuffed?
Probably, most
Okay.
likely.
All right.
So there's, so it's like I found out what the reason is, and I found out it's not the system, it's the game, which is a big relief because that just means baseball's getting old. And that's why I like to compete.
Uh-oh. Music's getting louder for no reason again.
No, because I'm talking.
I don't know why that happened.
That means your time is up.
I started talking, and the music's just like, you know what, I've had enough.
Fuck
We don't care. Like, really, dude, are you talking about Grand Theft Auto 5? Like, yes, I am. Yes, I am. 'Cause I'm excited about it.
Weird.
But I also, this past weekend...
Okay. I'm going to keep working on the music while you're talking.
We're gonna jam out to some Metallica. Yes.
Have you guys watched Ash vs. the Evil Dead?
I do not have stars. I know you have Encore, so you can watch it, but no.
Right. Larry?
Heard it was good.
I do not have it either.
Well, no. Well, if you get a chance, watch it. I think it's pretty funny. I just watched I watched the episodes last night, number 2 and number 3, and I just sat here. I was fucking. When it was over, I was sad. I was just like, oh, no. You gotta be kidding me. I'm like, no, really? That's terrible. Because it's just campy, stupid Army of Darkness style. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I fucking love that movie so much. Just having this show like that, it's just great. I think
It's so crazy because when I was a kid, I remember when 2 came out and they were saying that you have to like go to like a special theater because it was too graphic for like, for anyone under 17 or all that sort of stuff. Now you can just watch the shit on TV. Like it just don't even matter anymore.
Well, it's not a big deal now. But, yeah, if you get a chance, I would suggest watching that. It's pretty funny. And we're not going to talk about Lost. Or we already talked about Jessica Jones, so we don't need to talk about that here. Right?
I like that show. I mean, I think it's pretty good. It's not as good as Daredevil, but it's pretty good.
We'll see what happens.
Yeah, I got to see it end, but
So there you
better
go.
than the Flash.
Wow.
Dude,
Really?
Flash is ridiculous. There's a giant shark with arms and shit fighting Flash. Come on.
It was one episode.
Oh my god. And that
Right.
Mr. Freeze guy, how many times is he going to be the bad guy?
Captain Cold?
Like, can they not put him in jail? Like, what is his deal? He is out constantly.
He made a deal with the Flash. He says, you won't arrest me and I won't kill anybody.
Oh my god. That makes sense.
Because he knows who he really is and he doesn't want anybody to know.
Yeah, that's the other thing. Like, people can't figure that shit out. I mean,
Right.
at first he was doing that vibrate thing to hide his face and all that, but I guess the budget on the CW, that was like, we can't keep doing that.
You can't keep talking to dude's
That's
face.
expensive, causing that vibration effect. So now we'll just go with the skinny Barry goes away for, no reason and then
Right.
Skinny Flash shows up with the same voice
Right.
and the same look. Although you're not going to figure that out. I know.
Arrow just puts
Perhaps Superman does, but
Arrow puts like black stuff around his eyes and then pulls a hood over his head. It's like, you don't know who I am. Like, wow, that's great.
why even hide it? What are you hiding it for? So you can have a regular life? You're not going to have a regular life. In fact, the hardship that all the superheroes have is having to tell people that, well, I'm actually a superhero. Maybe if they would have just let people know that from the beginning, then things would have been fine. And rather than having to make the big reveal that, well, it's me.
Well, they can't put them at risk. They can't put those people in danger.
Well, yeah. They always say, I can't put my loved ones in danger. But like, is there really a dude out there who's gonna be like, oh, dude, that's Superman's girlfriend? Watch this shit. I'm gonna fuck with him.
And they do, though. They do. Anyway, they're always in danger. Whoever the relative is always like, I know who your parents are.
How many times has Aunt May almost died?
It's like,
And then that's just natural causes.
it's ridiculous. Just tell everybody, like, this is me. I don't know. Anyway, were you done, Don? Was that the end of your week? Nothing else exciting happened? Are you still 2-8 in your football league?
8-2, looking to go 9-2.
That's pretty good. Are you number one? 9-2. That's
I'm the number one guy right now. I'm 8-2. The number one guy's 9-1.
Is that Gilly?
No, this is a Cheesecake Factory league.
Oh, okay. All right, Larry, how was your week?
Well, I capped it off today by basically waking up and immediately beginning to drink to dull the pain. And after the show, I'm probably going to take a fistful of pills and wash that all down and pray for this nightmare to fucking end. So that's my week.
And the Browns didn't even play. That's pretty harsh for having a non-Browns week. I think that might have threw Larry right over the edge if the Browns would have played this week.
Let's see this week.
Just real quick. Yeah. I know you don't do Cleveland sports. I hate to interrupt you, but I'm gonna.
Okay.
I might have asked this before.
Yeah.
Coach fired? Browns gonna get fired?
Yeah.
Will he be or should he be?
Will he be?
I think so.
And the GM's definitely going, right?
He's got to be.
He's got to be.
Got to be.
Haslam's not insane. He's got to.
I mean, it's one thing when you get that speedy, elusive slot receiver guy, but at this point, I think I would literally be the tallest receiver on the Browns.
Yeah, I mean they hired a quarterback that had a losing record. I mean the whole thing's horrible. Okay, keep going. How was your week?
So let's see. Thursday I went to the Jim Kanye Key to the City ceremony thing.
I seen videos online, but I didn't watch them.
It was off the hook. Like I went in expecting one thing, but I mean the place was packed. I was talking to Bailey.
I mean, how many people? When you say packed, I mean, what are we talking? Like 100 people?
I think they said I think they said they moved it there because that place holds 350.
Okay.
And there were at least 200, if not more. Yeah, it was packed.
Because this isn't the type of crew that you would normally find at some.
Hang out at city council meeting.
Right. So that's pretty good.
And yeah, I was talking to Bailey. I was like, I think this may be the biggest crowd Kanye ever drew.
Right.
Probably true.
But like we went in, and the thing was, his parents were going to get the key to the city from the mayor. Well, they had a proclamation from the mayor saying, naming him like the Parma Citizen of the Month. They had a proclamation from the city council doing the same thing. There was a proclamation from the Ohio State House of Representatives recognizing him.
Jeez.
And then they got the key to the city. And,
the very first key to the city. They never had one before.
Well, no, they discontinued it years ago.
Kanye brought it back.
Yep.
Bring it back.
The mayor was like, "We're making an exception here." Shoemaker and Eggs got up and gave speeches.
Really?
Yeah. Lapucci couldn't be there, but he wrote a speech that Shoemaker read. And it's funny because he was talking about, and all the stories kind of came back to the Parma theme, and like Shoemaker was talking about, he always did the art for the Schnauzer stuff. He's like, and I remember one time working with Jim on a project, and then I had the idea for this Schnauzer sticker. It was going to say Schnauzer Cleveland, and Jim was like mad at me. He's like, why the hell would we do that? That makes no sense. The band's from Parma. And then
That's funny.
the one that Lapucci wrote, he told the story about his band was playing some gig in Virginia, opening up for somebody else, and after their set, they're drinking some beers with the guys from Virginia, and one of the dudes was like, hey, great set, but while you were up there, you said you guys are from Cleveland. Why are you lying? And he's like, what are you talking about? He's like, we know Jim Kanye. You have the same accent. You're from Parma.
Nice.
But yeah, it's great. Very end, Jim's dad, talked briefly, and that got a little emotional. But overall, it was like a crazy event. It was great. And then let's see. Rest of the week was pretty nondescript. Yesterday, I went and knocked out some more of my Winking Lizard beers with Cindy. I'm sorry, that was Friday. Yesterday, hung out at her house to watch the Cavs game because she got one of those ridiculous new TVs that, like, I know I'm supposed to be excited and happy, but I just don't understand people that spend ridiculous amounts of money on TVs. She's got some, like, $4,000 TV mounted on the wall now. I'm like, really? I guess it's nice.
Who has that?
Cindy?
Really?
Yeah.
What'd you do with her old TV? Did you take it out of the trash? Take it home? I am tempted to buy you a TV. Not that $1 million one. I'm seriously considering just going to buy you a television because, yours is definitely sending out some sort of death ray that's killing you.
What's wrong with my TV, man?
You got to. It's a tube TV. It's okay for watching VHS tapes, but
Yeah, I need something that'll let me watch my VHS collection.
When you got the letterbox going on the DVD, making the screen even smaller, it's getting kind of silly. Like, But all right. I don't want to knock it too hard, because it's all right. I have an old tube TV, too. I can't get somebody over to help me put it in the trash, so that's why I have it. But I have it. There we go.
That's it. On the gaming front, of course, it's a new week, so the people at King gave us 15 new levels of Candy Crush Saga. I'm about halfway through that, and I am completely stumped because this is another one of those ridiculous levels where I know it's going to come down to me getting really lucky. I'm currently stuck on level 1,348. I've been playing around on my new Lord of the Rings online server. I got myself a new Second Age bow, got that all spec'd out like I wanted, and I talked earlier about all the drama of people from my old server going to this new server and everyone acting like a bunch of goofy 10-year-olds, and how I just don't understand it, like, because we're all doing literally the same thing, playing the same game, doing the same runs. Why is there strife? It's not like one group of people showed up and wanted to suddenly play a different game on the server. It's not like everybody moved to the new server and like, okay, from now on we're playing World of Warcraft. It's the same friggin' thing. And this week, I think I may have figured out part of the problem. And I had always heard, people talk about different servers have different personalities just as a group, which I always thought was stupid because usually whatever server you sign up for, that's where you play. And it's not like you knew anything about the game when you did that. But apparently my old server, had a much higher concentration of people who knew what the fuck they were doing, because I went on this one fairly easy run with some new people, and it's like the easiest of the Fornost instances that normally 6 decent people can blow through. We got killed, I think, like 6 times before I finally gave up. Because, like, I'm not the guy who sits in the back and, like, screams at the healer that they're doing their shit wrong. But our healer was doing their shit wrong. Our tank was doing their shit wrong. And, you know, so it just turned into a complete clusterfuck. We wound up with, like, 4 DPS guys trying to zerg the entire thing, which doesn't work. So, I think maybe the big problem there is I was on a really good server full of really good players, and now I have a whole lot of people. Like, I consider myself maybe slightly above average. And admittedly, I play a hunter, which makes me sort of useless on a lot of those runs because I'm a squishy DPS guy. But I think I'm decent at what I do. And some of these dudes sucked. So,
Well,
I mean, like, if you're the tank, literally your only job is stand right there, let the bad guys beat up on you, and we will kill them because you are a frigging dude in giant fucking armor that can take a beating.
Yep.
All that shit will two-shot me. So just stand there and make them attack you. So the first big fight we get into, he immediately loses aggro, the mob scatters and starts wiping out everybody. We're like, dude, you need to hold them. So the very next big fight we get into, what does he do? To his credit, he did grab the mobs and hold them. But then he decided that we should do it in a clean sweep, and he aggroed like every other mob he could find. So all of a sudden there were like 20 of them on us. And even with like 3 hunters and a runekeeper blowing shit up, we couldn't kill them fast enough.
Sure he wasn't just trolling you to purposely get you killed?
I don't think so. Because like certain runs you can do that. I've played with guys where we will say up front, this is a simple run, here's what we're going to do. I'm going to run straight to the end and pull everything. You guys just follow me and kill it. But this one, like I say, the first one, he just went into the middle and stood there like he was supposed to, but couldn't hold them. So then we're like, dude, hold him. He's like, oh, okay. Then he grabbed everybody and held them until he died because he was taking too much punishment because he decided to pull the entire next wing of the raid on top of himself. So, there you go.
There you go. Larry's RPG, Kevin's Fallout 4. It's one of those days.
Yeah.
Okay. Let's do email quick, and then I'll just wrap up with the news instead of the other way around, because we got more than a few emails, and I'd rather hit those. Jackal writes in to craft your own retard bicycle helmet at videogamenews.com. And he says, only Kevin could talk about a game like Fallout and make it sound bad and make the rest of us feel bad for playing it. It's like what Brian said about him years ago. Quote, my brother could talk to you about anything for hours and make it sound awful, like gold. He'll talk and talk about how awful gold is, and by the end of it, you'll fucking hate gold. And if someone handed you a gold bar, you'd throw it away.
Mm-hmm.
I guess since Kevin only has about 10 minutes a week to play games, he assumes the rest of us won't play it and shouldn't buy the season pass. Don't get me wrong, I haven't bought it either, but I'm not going to give other people shit for buying it when Bethesda has a 90% plus track record of making great DLC for Fallout. Here's the part where Kevin interjects for 30 minutes about how I'm wrong. I already talked about Fallout 4. I don't need to say anything else. Green paint. The point is, a game like Fallout 4 is so content-rich that any additional DLC is gravy. Gravy laced with crack. It's about having everything and owning everything so you can talk about it with your friends. Sound familiar? How many consoles are you up to now, Kevin? 400? Anyway, I'm done busting your balls for now, Kevin, at least until the next time you make me shake my head and cringe. I'm sure I did at the beginning of this episode. But if you enjoy looking through inventory lists, storing things in trash cans until you can come back for them, this game's for you. This one's from Antonio, and he wrote to Dancing Larry at videogamenews.com. Hello, Don and crew. What is up with Kevin not wanting to go to Bailey's house? Isn't that the guy who's tried to stab you with scissors? Or who beat those guys outside a comic book store with a brick? Great show last week. Peace. No, I don't think Bailey ever tried to stab me with scissors. And I don't think he beat anybody with a brick. But that part wouldn't surprise me if that was true.
The scissors, wasn't that, is that Adam? No. Somebody tried to stab somebody with scissors.
Well, one time a Turkish guy tried to stab me that I worked with.
No, like at a party.
Yeah, stun guns.
I don't remember anybody ever trying to stab me.
I thought there was a scissor story.
Not that I know. I mean, there might be. I'm getting old. It's not ringing any bells right now. Maybe it'll come up.
Dude,
No, I'll go over Bill. He wants me to teach him how to can stuff at this point, which is getting a little. I don't know. It's fine. It's just. It's not rocket science. I don't know what he expects me to show him how to do, but.
Put the food in the can. Put the lid on the can.
Yeah.
Put the can on the shelf.
Well, you gotta put it in the pressure cooker with the water and just pressure cook it. And you just read the recipe. There's a recipe that tells you what to do. You just do that. I don't know, but it's Bailey, and it's a pressure cooker. Bad things could happen, so I'll go over and help him. He's okay these days too. He doesn't drink anymore, so he doesn't typically. And he's a dad. He doesn't typically fly off the handle, as far as I know.
You just have to, deal with the nonsense. Like
if you were going drinking with Bill,
there was going to be hijinks.
Yeah, you were really taking a risk.
Yeah, you had to kind of keep your head on straight, at least somewhat. You couldn't get completely fucked up because you knew he would, and it would probably be bad. So you were going to need your wits about you.
Yeah. You could be in a fight.
Now the biggest problem is you want to can stuff because you have 5 tons of tomatoes that you grew in your backyard and nothing to do with them.
Right.
Bill wants to can stuff because the war is about to happen, and they're going to start price controlling all the food next week.
Yeah. Exactly. He's building his fallout shelter.
Right.
In Parma.
Right.
It's not going to matter. It's not going to help.
Yeah, he'll have the most secure fallout shelter in a Brook Park condo basement ever.
Yeah, this is. Yeah, I don't know. It's all right though. He's having fun. I think it's just a fun thing for him. It's a little crazy, but it's fun.
Something to do.
Yeah. This one's from Eric. He wrote to It's More Fun in the Philippines at videogamenews.com. And he said, Brian, if you like the book NPCs, I should probably wait for Brian to be here for this, but fuck it. Check out the Critical Failures Caverns and Creatures series. Love the half-orc character. I finished the 6th and final book of The Preacher. Still some fucked up shit. Thanks again for the recommendation.
You're welcome.
I'm sure you read more of The Preacher than Brian did.
Dude, you don't even know.
What? I
read it.
I read, yeah.
What do you know?
So, I got, there was this tire, and what?
Look, I was busy. I had to change a tire on my truck.
The conversation just goes left. So you're just like,
hang on, I have to go kill my laundry.
Drive. Oh my God, click.
Okay. Eric also writes to Twice in 1 Week Wow at videogamenews.com.
Wow.
And he said, Donnie's right. First, hey Don, don't ever say nobody says you're right.
Thank you, Eric.
Donnie's right.
Thank you.
First-person shooters suck.
Oh, okay,
cool. Just Doom with better graphics. I'm just like you, Kevin. I blow myself up with hand grenades. I can never see who the fuck is shooting me. I typically end up with a shotgun and a knife and just run up on the enemy and blast or melee away. The best thing about Halo is that sword you get off the aliens. Cheers, gentlemen.
Right? I never know what's going on. Then you drop a hand grenade somewhere, you're spinning around in circles, you go to the left, it's on your right. I don't know. Boom.
Yeah, I mean, I like first-person shooters, but I get the online play against other people, yeah, I have no time to spend like the rest of my life mastering that. So
Right.
I'm kind of in the same way. I'm just like a crazy man or something. I'll just get on whatever vehicle there is and just start just driving at full steam into like a bunch of other people, not
Yeah.
trying to be stealthy. I just,
Stealthy.
run around full steam. Just don't care. Because, yeah. But I get other people are totally into it. I don't know.
Totally.
I guess if I had no life, I was a kid,
Wow.
things would be different. When we were kids, the games, most games didn't have an ending.
Nope.
You just played them until they were too hard, and then you had to quit.
Well, there was always like the pitfall, like the rumors, the what do you call them, tall tales or whatever.
Yeah.
Like they're like, oh, there is an end to Pitfall. You just got to make it the whole 10 minutes or whatever.
Yeah.
You can't. Nobody can.
And then it's just, if I was a kid today with everything that like everybody has, I don't know how or what I would be into. It was so different. It's just everything is so accessible now. Like I couldn't just get a game. Like you could just go online now and get a game. Like you just get a game. Like I'm just gonna get a game like right now. Like I had to steal games. I had to copy them from people or download them with a modem that took forever to get a game. Like because there was no online store to buy a game. If I wanted to buy a game, I'd have to go to a physical store, and they'd have the game on the shelf, and it was $50, which in today's money is like $300.
Right. Right.
It is weird that video game prices have not changed since like, or barely, like $10 since the 80s.
But oddly enough, videotapes used to come out at like $120.
Yeah.
Like when they first came out, now it's like obsolete, but
I mean, now you can play free games. Like there's just a shitload of free games that you can play. I mean, even if you didn't want to steal stuff, like you could just go online and you can play Candy Crush forever, basically, like Larry's doing. It's totally free.
Right.
Weird. It's weird.
Yeah.
I'm not trying to take people on a nostalgia trip. I'm just saying.
But like you said, like back in the day, it was something you had to plan. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, okay, I got to save up. First of all, you got to see the ad in the newspaper because that's the only place you're going to see it. There's no internet. There's no,
there were no video game commercials at all.
It's like you had to look in the toy section or the electronics section of the Gold Circle,
Or you got to read a magazine.
Right.
A magazine.
You're like, oh, this is out. Okay, so now you got to find it. Now you're like, okay, now what store does have it? So now you're going to Zayre's, you're going to Kmart, you're going to Gold Circle, you're at Uncle Bill's, you're going to all these different places, Toys R Us, Children's Palace, Kitty's, all this place.
And there's like no industry news, especially back in the 80s. So you had no idea if like in television was going to be like getting Donkey Kong or not. You just had no idea. You just have no idea.
Everything on blind faith.
Right. Totally. You just had to hope that was...
You had to pick the game that had the most games that you liked right then. Like, right now, I like these 3 games, so I'm buying that.
Yeah.
Right, yeah. It's just weird. I mean, so if I was born today, I don't know what I would sink my time into, Because it's different now. It's just... You can devote yourself to a complete genre of gaming and find enough content to just be like into that. Like if you're into real-time strategy games, you could just play those and that'll be the only thing you play. Like it's just weird.
Nowadays you can discover a game, look it up, purchase it
right
within a matter of minutes just by sitting on your couch. You're just like,
find out the whole history of the game, who worked on it.
Right, you're like, oh, I never even heard this was out. And then you click, 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 boom, there's all the information. Oh, wow, oh, look, it's available. I can, chick, 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 I bought it. It's on its way.
If a game came out on Atari, it was by Atari.
Yeah.
Right.
There were no developers and publishers, really. I mean, there was Activision, but I mean, it was just like, that was it. Activision made all the games. There weren't studios.
Yeah, you didn't have all that cross-platform stuff, so like if you were at your buddies and you really loved Altered Beast, you were buying a Sega Genesis.
That's right. Well, It's just
You really loved Altered Beast. I mean, it was okay.
That's a great game. I loved that game.
It was okay. Sorry. I thought
And as far as I know, it's the only game that they ever made for Sega Genesis because it's the only thing I ever played on a Sega Genesis.
well, Sonic. You know Sonic.
Oh, yeah. That's true. My bad.
exclusives, you mean? Yeah.
The game on the Sega. But yeah, it's crazy. All right.
Different nowadays.
Steve wrote to I have to kill the dog for you at videogamenews.com. It'll always get a smile.
People
on
love
my
that
face.
story.
I don't know. The way Don tells that story cracks me up every time.
The way he's just so disgusted at the end. He's like, okay, I got it.
like he just
Sad story.
saw a car, stopped his car, and it's like, I gotta go kill that dog. it's so bizarre. I gotta go break that dog's neck.
just like you could, when every time Don tells a story, you could
So
just
funny.
sense the exasperation. Like,
Don's probably getting an evil stare from Clint right now, but
No, he's flipping me off, but he's playing video games.
funny fucking story. Okay. What's up, Larry Mack and crew? Hope you guys are enjoying blasting Wasteland dudes in Fallout 4 now, or getting owned in Star Wars Battlefront, or in Brian's case, walking towards the deep woods with a rusty axe to claim himself a Christmas tree. Wow, that's way more work than Brian's ever going to do
yeah, that's
for anything. I mean, he wouldn't cut that tree down for firewood for heat. His girlfriend would be out there chopping it for him.
You
He's under a blanket.
might convince him to go out in the driveway and bring it in from the top of the car. That's about as far as that's going to go.
I can't see that. He'd take his knife out and wouldn't be able to cut through the rope with it. He'd be like, I can't cut it. I just fuck it. I just leave it there. And then Jody would be out there taking the tree down with the kid. I don't know. But that will never happen either because they're never going to do anything. I don't even think they decorate. Well, they might. I don't know. They got a kid, so maybe. Because I wonder if they try to explain to her what Yuletide is and all that crap. We don't believe in Christmas.
Yeah,
we Yuletide.
We celebrate Festivus.
Just want to write and find out what everybody's Thanksgiving plans are. By that I mean anything other than the usual Kevin creating a flaming crater in his backyard, trying to deep fry a turkey. Brian entering his post-meal nap in front of the TV playing Elder Scrolls 3, Larry is skiing in the Alps with his family, and Donnie eating vegetables for the one time of the year. Plus, make sure you wear a GoPro camera if any of you are brave enough to take part in the Walmart Black Friday sale. Take it easy and stay safe.
I eat
Guys,
vegetables twice a year.
Thanksgiving plans?
Just the usual. I go to my cousin's house. She makes a green bean casserole, and I eat it because it's vegetables.
She's Scottish, your cousin?
Yeah, half.
I mean, is she like, full-on Scottish? Like,
No, she's
like
half.
Scotland?
She's not like me. She's half.
Like after the casserole, you guys go out in the backyard and toss the caber around or
Oh
something?
yeah.
When we were very young, I went over to Don's house once, and he had a couple of people over there visiting from Scotland. I think they were like a couple of younger ladies, and
Okay.
I couldn't understand anything anyone was saying, including what Don was saying to them. I
Right.
couldn't understand any of it.
Right. Because when I get around Scottish people, I just fucking start talking Scottish.
It made no sense to me. I think it was English, but it was. Yeah, I don't know what it was. I don't say anything. I'm polite, but it's. I have no idea.
That's how it was my whole life, man. Telling people what. I mean, nobody understood what my dad was saying. Ever.
No, you're right. Absolutely, never.
I was because he would just start yelling because he'd be like, "Oh, because he's like, all right, fine,
Yeah.
I'll tell you who's the boss?" And he's people are just like, "What the fuck is he doing? He's gonna like attack me?"
Because he was either that way or he was quiet, which meant that he was probably going to get loud in a minute.
Right.
He
He'd
was
be
like-
quiet and sit there and stare at you.
Be like, oh boy.
He'd be staring at you, be like, "Why are you in my house?" That's what he would ask people. He'd be like, "Why are you in my house?" They'd just be like,
It's always a little bizarre.
Yeah.
Larry, besides your turkey football,
That's about it. turkey football. Gonna play football in the morning, shower, pick up my younger daughter, go over to my cousin's for dinner. About it.
Is your cousin American as well?
He is American, so there will be no crazy accents.
Really
Unfortunately,
all understand each other.
we'll all be able to communicate freely.
It used to be back in the day, people would come over my house after holidays with their families. And either we'd go sledding if it was Christmas, or we'd just hang out and watch movies or something if it was Thanksgiving. Because people get sick of their family after a while, and they would know that I didn't have one, so they would come over.
Go play. What do you call it? Laser tag.
Yeah, play laser tag. Exactly. Whatever. It was always something to do. I just cook at home on Thanksgiving because I have a thing. People always invite me out, but well, not always, but they have, and I decline because I just want to have my own Thanksgiving. I don't know why. It's just a thing. It's like, so I always do that. It's kind of like Fonzie heating up beans in a can on Thanksgiving.
Up above the garage.
We can't let Fonzie be home alone on Thanksgiving. We gotta have, happy days. Okay, we got a couple minutes left, so I'll do a couple things. Here's the list of games coming out this week. Monday, nothing. Tuesday, for PlayStation 4, we have Bloodborne: The Old Hunters. Wednesday, nothing. Thursday, here we go.
Here we go.
We go with all the names.
This is one game until I say it's not. Chao Jingen Tyson Neptune versus Sega Hard Girls.
Of course.
Yuma no Kate Special.
Yeah. Give me some.
PlayStation Vita. That is one game's name. I'm not sure what a Sega Hard Girl is, but it's Sega Hard Girls Yumi no Kate Special versus Chao Jingen Tyson Neptune.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah,
Wow. I don't know what any of that is. If you got a PlayStation Vita, you got... Jackal, I read your email. You must have missed it. You just said I skipped it. I didn't. I read your whole email, dude. Yes. That game. Crazy. Okay, also for PlayStation Vita, Criminal Girls 2, Dissidia Final Fantasy, Exist Archive, The Other Side of the Sky. I mean, how do any of these games make sense? What the fuck is that? Exist Archive, The Other Side of the Sky. Well, that sounds thrilling. Can't wait to play that. And Net High. Like you're getting high on the net. And then for the Wii U, there is Teiki no Tatsujin, Atsumete Tamadachi Dai Sakuzen. And with an exclamation point. And in between all that, for whatever reason, there's a star. Like a picture of a star. Just must be part of it. And then Friday, for PC, we have Hatsuru Kotu Naki Mire Yori.
Right.
Schwarzesmarken. I think that's German. I guess they're going to throw that in there to make things even more complicated for me.
I think your mom made me eat that once at Brian's house.
And Tokyo Necro.
Oh.
And then Saturday for the 3DS is Monster Hunter 10 or X, whichever that is. Oh, that's the games coming out this week. So Black Friday, got 3 crappy games coming out for the PC. I don't know, maybe they're all great, but yeah, not a lot of games before the Christmas rush. I guess we're going to see on Amazon next week what, after Cyber Monday and all that, what people are buying for Christmas for video games. My guess is it's going to be a lot of plastic.
Yeah, I was going to say lots of toys. Lots of action figures.
Let's see, Telltale is already working on Game of Thrones Season 2. Dark Souls 3 is going to be the last Dark Souls. That one we don't care about. Riddick is returning with a new movie and a TV show. but no word yet on any new games. Surprisingly, the Riddick games are really good. Like, if you look at them on Metacritic, like the first one, I think it's like in 90 percentile. I think it's a really, really good game. I played it, but I played it too late. It's a sneaking game in a way. It has combat too, but it has sneaking, and you know me and sneaking.
Love it. You love it.
Also, if you want a PlayStation TV, the Vita thing, Best Buy is selling them for $20. So super cheap. You just want something that you can, if you've got a PlayStation 4, it's a no-brainer, really. You should just pick one up because it enables you to play most games, in another room in the house because it streams it over to the PlayStation TV. So it's kind of like extending your game system to, your bedroom or whatever, if this is normally in the living room. It's pretty neat for that. Plus, you can stream Netflix and play Vita games and PSP games on it and stuff. So for $20, pretty good. It's just more of Sony killing off the Vita, though. That's all that is. Real quick, Steam Top 10. Number 10 is Dying Light. Number 9 is Space Engineers. Number 8 is Fallout 4 Season Pass. Number 7, Assassin's Creed Syndicate. Number 6, Ark Survival Evolved. Number 5, Grand Theft Auto 5. Number 4, Call of Duty Black Ops 3. Number 3, Counter-Strike Global Offensive. Number 2, Football Manager 2016. And number 1, Fallout 4. All right, so that's it, folks. We'll be back next week. Hopefully Brian will show up. And if not, Larry and Don and Kevin.
Yeah. Endeavor to entertain you once again.
Woo!
All right, thanks for listening. Video game news, radio, and all that. See ya. Peace.
Hey.